where will I be? How do I calculate this? So I can do 90% P0 is multiply P0 for 0.9, right? Yes? So P0 for 0.9, maybe I divide this in 9 pieces, and I just take 9 out of them. Yeah? And then I add P1, but only multiply by 0.1. So it's going to be something like that. So I add P1, and I end up here. Yes? No? Yes? Yes or no? Yes. Anyway, no matter which combination, if these two numbers add up to 100% or 1, you will end up sliding between here and here. Interesting, right? So you can see these two numbers as weights. And actually there's only one weight, which is where are you in this slide? Because it only depends on t, right? So 1 is the 1 minus t, so it's one weight. You get it? Yes, no? Questions? Kasiba? You don't get it? We're recording a video of this. I'll post it later, but you can take pictures. But you can get closer also. There's all this space here. It's empty. Nobody uses it. With a telescope. You can see with a telescope. Yeah, just move the table. I'll help you. It is the same. Let's move. Come on. Very good. You can move closer there also. You can move also, it's free. Yeah, it's free. Questions about vectors? So think of a point is a vector, always. That goes from 0, 0 to the point. So it's a vector or a point. Do you like vectors? Very cool, right? No, you don't like it. Okay, sounds good. So point vectors have these cool properties, yes? Okay, if I do this, P1 minus P0, what's the vector? What happens here? What do I get? P1 minus P0 is 0, 0?
They are equal. No, 1 and minus 1.
Very good. Bonus point for you. Raya, why?
We subtract.
So we get 2 minus 1, 1, and 1 minus 2, minus 1. So we get x1, y minus 1, this vector. So this vector is the distance between these 2 points. You see it? And not only the distance. P1 minus P0. P1 minus P0. P1 minus P0 is this. But remember, all vectors start from 0, so here. You get it? This is also known as the end and the origin. Yeah? So, if I do P0 minus P1, what do I get? Yeah, the opposite, right? I get this one. Yes? And it's the vector that goes from here to here. Okay? Think it about this way also. You can think about this. Let's clear this bit. Okay. Right? P1. P0, is this the same as we had before?
No.
Very good. So if I do P1 minus P0, one way to do it is counting the numbers. The other way to do it is P1, I go to P1, right? And then I add P0, but negative. P0 is this one, right? What's the negative of P0? Which is something like this, right? If you add this guy here, where do you end up? You end up in minus 1, 1. Oh! Surprise, surprise. Well, of course, right? How could it be any other way? Does that make sense? So when we say things like P1 minus P0 is the difference P1 minus P0 is the difference, it really means that. It means this vector minus this vector is this vector. Yes? It's what it means. If you go to here and then you go back to here, you end up here. That's what it means. So don't get, it's nothing magic. It's just if you go 10 steps this direction and then 10 steps this direction, you end up 3 steps this direction. Yeah, sure. Yeah? All right? You got it? So remember, points are vectors that go from 0 to the point. So we don't say vectors because we like to talk fast, but everything is a vector, and we usually put a hat here to signify that they're not just numbers, they're vectors. Okay, good. And so this is 2 dimensions. Of course, you can have 3 dimensions or even more dimensions. Yeah? Sure? Questions? Yes?
Why we are doing that?
Why what?
Why we are doing that?
Why we're doing this? Because computer graphics, everything is, every pixel you see comes from a mesh of triangles, everything. And each point in this mesh is a vector. And what the computer does is manipulate these points. So when something moves, the computer is moving each of these triangles, each of the points in the triangles on the screen. And so there's huge matrices. So when you have your object, your character, it's just a list of points. And when you say move it from here to here, slow in, slow out, you have to get all these points and got it? So it's very important that you know at least what's going on at the basic level. Yes? Now that we refresh the concept of vectors, let's say that I want to make a smooth curve using the bezier idea. And the bezier idea is that you can have a control point So why don't we do this one? Let's see if we can do it. I think the best way is to do it on Excel. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I want you to open your Excels, and we're going to do an interpolation. So, using bezier. So the first interpolation you're going to do is from point 1, 2 and 2, 1. All right. So you're going to create 3 columns. T, and T goes from 0, 0.1 to 1. And here you have X and Y. This is the result of your interpolation. And somewhere in the Excel, you have the 2 points, P1, P2, which is 1, 2, and 2, 1. So I want your job is to, for t equals 0.1, tell me where is this point. For t equals 0.2, tell me where is this point, and so on. Yes? So we'll go through Excel. I'll give you 3 minutes. And the cool thing of Excel is that you can do an X, Y plot of this chart. And you can see very quickly what you're doing. All right? Did anybody bring Excel or numbers with Apple? You have it? Yeah? So you can work in groups of 2 or 3 if you want. The fastest group gets a bonus point. Start now. You can work in groups. 1 bonus point for the fastest group. Any questions? You good? Huh?
I will see the video you recorded. If I don't understand anything, I'll tell you.
Okay, okay. Just ask questions, yes. You good? So who's 21 years old or 12? Oh. Okay. Then you have to come and explain the exercise. Because it's your birthday. Are you using Excel or numbers?
Excel.
Then you can you beam your computer there later? Yeah? Or drop the Excel file on Slack and we'll plug it in. Awesome. You okay? Yeah.
I want to know, I need to find all the points.
Well, Excel does this. Oh, you're doing by hand? Then do 0, 0.3, 0.6, and 1. 4 points. Girls, are you familiar with Excel? Well, then 0.1, 0.1 until 1 o'clock. 1. Until 1. Yes. You can do this automatically. Excel can do this, can fill this for you. Don't you know that, Kasiva? You don't know? What? Girls, I'm going to show you some Excel cool tricks. And I'm going to tell you a story. Do you want to be a pro in your life? Who wants to be a pro? Then you should never use the mouse with Excel. Never. All shortcuts, okay? All right? And you should know the shortcuts. So I'm going to show you one shortcut, which is very cool. Let's see how many minutes it takes to start Excel. Here, there's one shortcut to fill numbers, which is this one. You select these two cells, you see it, right? And then you do this, and it fills the numbers for you. Got it? Come on. If you don't use these tricks, your boss will very quickly know that you don't know Excel, and then he will hire somebody else. Yeah, got it? Snow. So the question, you asked me, oh, how many points? Because you're, you know, but Excel is very easy. All right, what you got? Very beautiful. What is this?
I didn't see what you did there.
Select two cells. From top to bottom, and now look at the corner, top, bottom, corner, bottom, bottom.
You said top bottom.
Yeah.
Here?
They select escape key. Well, are you on Windows?
Yes.
You're on Windows. God. You have to select this too. Drag. Right, and now look at the corner.
Oh.
Got it? 1 minute left. Who's got it? Come on, girls, I want to go and enjoy the weather. X, Y. What are you plotting now? Already? X, Y. Choose X, Y plot. Scatter. It's called scatter in Excel. That's it. The first one. Okay. You only have 2 points. So it doesn't show. So now try to. You can put some random points. See what happens. Wow, this tablet is very cool. Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah.
This is not T. X is T.
No. So use the formula. What's the formula? What's the formula? What's the Bezier formula?
This one?
No, the first one.
This one? This one.
This one, yeah. Because this one is for later. This one, yeah. You need to define the points. 1, 2, and 2, 1. Who's got it? Who's got it? No? No one? What is that? Very good. Are you calculating by hand? No, right? No, I don't want by hand. I want Excel to do the calculations. Yes, I can see. Yeah, okay. All right, girls, take a look. Seriously, you need to learn Excel. What? All right. So how? What? You need to learn something. I don't know what is it. You need to learn something. Okay, look. So I'm gonna show it to you a bit. Okay. So here, what do we need to do? What's the Bezier formula? It's 1 minus t. In this case, t is this number, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot to put 1, right? 1 minus t, which is this guy, multiply by P0, but the x component of P0, right? Which is 1, right? But I'm smart, so I want this to be general, right? So I'm going to define my points here. So I'm going to define, let's say, where can I define them? Here, P1, and then to make it nicer, I'm going to call them A and B, okay? You like that? And I'm going to call AX, the component, and AY, right? Two components, right? And BX and BY. What's the X of point A? 1. What's the Y? 2. What's the X of point B? 2. And what's the Y?
1.
Awesome! Now, Bezier again. 1 minus t, t is this guy, multiplied by ax. So I'm going to click here. And I don't want this variable to move when I copy the formula down. So I'm going to put the $sign here to signify that. Bezier formula is 1 minus t 0.1 plus t, so plus t P2, but the x component of P2, which is this guy. And when I copy the formula down, I don't want this guy to move, so I'm gonna put $sign here, and this is the formula, right? So I'm gonna extend the formula down, see what happens. Looks okay to me. Looks okay. Now I'm gonna do the y component. Can you do it by yourselves? Yeah? The secret formula is this one. So to edit the formula, I can press F2. Hold on. Voila. Come in. What did you say?
By mistake.
There's no mistakes in life. Can I read this book? The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapina. Once upon a time, there was a girl who attended a class called computer graphics. She didn't really like the class, but one day, the picture. Yes? Yes? Yes.
It should be one. Just 1 minute. Yeah, okay.
No, you have different numbers. 1, 2.
1, 2 to 1. Should be this one.
No, it should be the other one. Yeah, this one. So you can.
And then the y2 are the.
Yes, yes, yes. So you can edit the formula. Press F2 to edit the formula. Yeah. Just drag and drop these to the 2.
This one?
No, but the border.
This one.
Yeah, you done it. I think. Yeah. Enter. Stand. What happened? Click F2. The other should be 1. So
Yeah.
you can drag and drop. Go to the corner, to the edge. No, without. You can go here. Well. Voila. Cool. Stand. Well, not exactly what I had in mind, but kind of close, right? Something different for sure.
Is it like this?
It looks great. Now plot it. Is this what you wanted? Yes, that's the bezier interpolation. Very good. All good? Hakuna Matata? And these flowers?
Yeah.
I guess this was 20 dirhams.
I don't know.
25. You got it?
Yeah. It's a semi-graph.
Chart me a graph. Chart me a graph. All right, you got it? People by hand. Very nice notes. Very good. Can you take a picture and post it on Slack? All right, would somebody like to explain this? You can complete it here. Oh no, wait, the camera is recording. Oh no! I'll put these so nobody sees anything. Okay, you're safe now. What's your name? Aliazia will enlighten us. You're going to complete the wire? Adel Al-Safaran. Why don't you plot it so they can see it nicely? Get the X and the Y also. Very good. Insert. Adele, are you here? Manifest yourself if you're here. I'm in the wrong class, sorry. Where are we? So many classes, I don't know where I am. Here. Week 5. Beautiful. Aisha War, Shamas, Bezier, Shamsa, Ahulut, Hulut, Maitha, Raya, Shamas, Hamda A, Mira A, Rim A, Matar, Saed Matar Al-Nayadi, Rim H, Rim A, Esa Al-Safar, Kasiba, Aliazia, Feiruz, Alia, Feiruz, awesome. Right, everybody agree with this chart?
How to drag
Ha 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 ha. How to drag? Kasiba knows the trick, so you can ask her later. Yes? What's your name? Al-Kabi, Hamis. I'm sorry. Right, got it? Thank you. Do you like this? Do you like this? Say yes, because we have one more to go. Now let's, was my zipper closed? Okay. Now let's try another one. So now we know how to do this slider, right? So now look at Bezier, how genius it is. We can do this from, I'm going to pick up 0, 0 as P1 or as A, and then I'm going to pick up, let's say I want to interpolate from A, which is 0, 0, to C, which is 0, 3. And I have a control point. You know that thing you drag to control the curve? Here at... Huh? Bonus point for you. Very good. 3, 0. Thanks. Thank you. So this is my control point. Now look. I'm going to do a Bezier linear one from here to here, right? And another one from here to here at the same time. And these 2 points, yeah? I'm going to do another Bezier between these 2 points. So from this one, okay, so I'm going to do another Bezier. You get it? So my final chord will be this second Bezier. Right? Wow, let's do it. Yeah, well, you like Toy Story, so this is what you need for Toy Story. Okay, wait a second. So how do we do this in Excel? So there's 2 ways to do it. So you can calculate the first series of the first Bezier like this, and then you calculate the second series in 2 new columns, and then the Bezier between these 2, a third Bezier between these 2 points in a third column. Okay? This is one thing you can do. Or you can look at the you can do this. This is the Bezier from P0 to P1, and this is the Bezier from P1 to P2, and this is the interpolation between these two moving points. If you plug in here, where does this come from, which is the formula, you will end up with this formula, which is a second order, which is 1 minus t squared from P0 to t 1 minus t P1 and t squared P2. So you can do the first option, which is calculate the Beziers individually, and then the last Bezier, or just do the Bezier with this formula. But now we need 3 control points. Yes? All right, I'll give you 5 minutes to do this one. Now for real, who gets it first gets a bonus point. You got it? Girls, you Excel skills. You wanted to fill the thing automatically, right?
Yeah.
Just fill some random number there, 1 and 2, for example. Does it recognize handwriting, this one?
Yes. I think I don't try.
Oh wow, this is awesome. Return. Now you select these 2 guys. My finger is too big. I don't know. Come on. I don't know how to select 2 things at the same time. You know how to do it? Oh yeah. And now you do click, click. I don't know how the tablet edition works. I'm sorry.
So it's supposed to double click and then.
Yeah, it will fill the column, the whole column. Put another one. Put 3. Put 3 there. 3. Put number 3. Enter. Yeah. Select the 3. Yeah. Oh, fill. Yeah, fill.
And then
Yeah. Ooh, wow. Yes. 4 minutes to go. You got it? What option are you taking? Full formula or Beziers?
Formula.
Full formula. Okay, let's go. Three minutes and a half. Come on. No, you have to select both cells first. And now, yes. Okay, good. Good.
No, the last one.
3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Who's gonna be the first team to win the competition? You got it?
no.
Very good. Now go for it.
I should write. I should put this formula and write.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
But the points are they right? 0.5 and 1. They're enough.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. You can do it?
Try.
Okay.
And next go. Hey.
0.5 multiplied by P1. Plus T
We don't need
squared.
to lock it.
ولا تكتبي what T squared multiplied by P2.
Are you locking the numbers, the rows, with dollar sign?
Yeah.
No need. You'll do it later.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
زين حطين
Just don't. It's okay.
parentheses لأن
You have to lock all the row. Tablets are great, but not for Excel. Yes. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. You got it? Oh la la, very good. Okay. Do you want to show us on screen? You can drag and drop this on Slack,
Yeah.
and it's faster. Do 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 do. I'm loving it. Yeah. Who's talking? Yes. What's your name? Yes. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Very good. What did you get?
I need to get my calculator.
No, do it by hand. Come on. Yes. Oh, it's 3 almost. Yeah. All right, we have a winner. Aliasia. If this is correct, bonus point for you. I'm gonna give it to you now. You see this? Do you see this medal? So you count the medals I give you at the end of the course, and these are the bonus points you get. It's for everybody. Okay? Anyway, well done. Let's see what Aliasia did. Can I have some attention, please? Thank you. Right. Okay, look at what Aliazia did. Shamsa? Shamsa. I got it. So Aliazia used the full formula, which is the quadratic formula. It's on Slack, so you can check what she did. You posted in general, right? Yes. So you can check her file. And look what we got. Okay, and the control point is where? Around here in 2,2, yeah? So be mindful one thing, that Excel doesn't scale both axes the same way, so you need to rescale it so it looks, both units are the same length, right? So this is one, and this is one is much larger, so maybe we should rescale this a bit. Sounds good? So 1, 1, 1, 1, yeah, 3, yeah. So that's if the control point is here in 2, 2, around here, yeah? Sounds good? Awesome! You just did your own bezier by hand. Interesting. The cool thing about Excel is that now I can change the control point, and I can say what happens if it was in the middle. 0.5, 1.5, and it changes. Now, it changes, but I'm gonna do one thing, is I'm gonna lock the axis here. So I want to format this, and I'm going to horizontal value, plot area, vertical axis. Here you are, and I'm going to say the maximum is going to be 3.5. Okay, so it doesn't change every time I change the control point. And now imagine if I change this a bit. And I say, okay, I'm gonna make this a bit nicer. Okay, cool. So now we have more space. 1.5. 1.5. Let's say I change it to 5. 5. Oh, interesting. You get it? Or is there something wrong here? Why is this? This is not what I expected. Is this correct? Let's see. I'm not sure this is correct. No. Yes, when I change this to 1.5 or 7.7, the curve should be in the middle, and it's not. It's always to one side. Aliazia. Let's see what you did. No. I think you forgot to lock H2. Oh, I think this one is not locked. That's why. Dollar. Oh, okay. I see the problem. She forgot to lock one of the. Okay, so if we lock it, okay. No, here it's locked, and here it's locked, but here it's not locked. But this is fine.
To be like this? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. I'm gonna move this medal to here. Very good. Let's see. right? So that looks a bit more what I wanted. So if you change the numbers, you can see how it changes very quickly. You see that? Oh, this is so cool! So much fun. Yes? Yeah? What I'm doing is I'm moving the control point around, then it changes.
Ours is right.
More right than this one?
Yeah.
Well, show us in Slack. Okay, let's see. Very nice. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's for 2.2. Yeah, can you put 1.5, 1.5, see what happens. Yeah, perfect. Yes, 1.5, 2, for example. All right, got it? And that's how your Photoshop makes these things when you play with it. Very simple. Kasiba, you got it?
Oh, perfect.
Just 5 milliseconds late. Yes? Awesome. So that's Bezier. And then you can go on and on and on and on and on. So that Bezier would be I'm moving this one, and then this curve moves. But I can have two more, or even 3 more, okay? As many as you want, but 1 or 2 is enough to do what you want to do. Questions? Okay, we have 1 more minute. Very important stuff. Euler angles. Anybody familiar with Euler angles? No? Okay. The best way to understand that is, of course, YouTube. The video from Khan Academy. Are you familiar with Khan Academy? Okay, so if you don't know Euler angles, I will give you as homework to watch it in Khan Academy. To me, the best way to understand this is with a plane. So basically the idea is that when you have a plane or an object or your character, you need to tell the camera, well, tell the program the orientation, right? So how many angles or parameters do you need to define the orientation without ambiguity? You need 3 angles. It's just, imagine you're in a plane and you need to know where the plane is going. So the plane can go up and down, right? And that's called pitch. And then the plane can go left or right, right? That's called yaw or heading. Where are you heading? And the plane can roll, right? So your object in your 3D movie or animation, the same. It can be like this, it can be like this, and it can be like this. A lot of possibilities, right? But you need to define this, and that's called Euler angles. Does that make sense? So in your, if you have your, let's see here. If you have your camera or your world, you have X, Y, Z, like this. So the Euler angles are defined from the axis. I'll bring a ball next day, and it's easier to see. But anyway, if you think like your object is encased in a ball, and you have one reference point, wherever this point is pointing, look at my arm. So the angle with the x-axis, wherever the x-axis is in the world, for example, here, this angle will be the alpha, beta will be from the z-axis, the shortest angle, and the y will be the rotation around the z, which is this one. When you have your 3D software, you will have a camera. You will have your, and you need to define the camera, and the camera will go like that. There is a problem with this thing, is that there is a position where you get locked and you cannot get out of it. You will find it many times when you're moving the camera, and then to one point that you cannot move. This is called the gimbal lock. Let's see if I can find it. I cannot find it. Anyway, there is one combination where you're spinning and you cannot move around. I'll send you a couple of videos, because it's better to just watch the video and rather than me blah blah here. Okay, cool. Any questions about today? Okay, so you rephrased angles, points, and you learned bezier. There will be a question about bezier in the quiz, and I'll see you next week. Next week you will start, you make groups and you start your storyboarding. You will have to make a storyboard, your preliminary storyboard, maybe 5, 6 pictures about your story, so you can start thinking about what story do you want to tell. All right?